Good morning. Uh, go live. Sometimes I wish it was that easy. I am late for the party. I am late for the party. So yeah, but at the same time, boy, did I sleep good. And I feel like I just got up. Cheers. Cheers for coffee and vinyl. Cheers for coffee and vinyl. You know, one thing about being part of Record Crate for the years is being able to track down things for people. Love tracking down stuff, folks. Love the challenge of finding a record for somebody. Yeah, so there you go. Uh, it's Friday. The sun is changing. I know I'm late, but the sun is changing. Hey, good morning, Stephen. Cheers. I got my Bob Marley. I got my Bob Marley popcorn. Good morning, Adam, North Carolina. Good morning. Plugged in the printer. Got to print some stuff today, folks. I have lots of things going out in the mail. Thank you. Good morning, Richard. Cheers. Oh, good morning, Carson. Cheers, Carson. So yesterday I went to. Good morning, Richard. Cheers. You just like seeing me drink coffee, don't you? So yesterday I was in Wake Forest. There's something on the display. I thought I had another one, but I didn't. All right. So yeah, I gotta ship out some stuff. Continue. Probably said, hey Warren. Hey Donald. Good morning. Warren came yesterday. Donald. Maybe one day Donald and Warren will be at the crate together. We can go in the back and we can sit 12 feet apart in a big triangle and we can hang out and we can talk. We can say, hey. But I like that. Yeah. All right. So Richard Dolan is doing a contest. You can go to his website and see that, or his YouTube. But he told me that if I entered his contest, he will watch all my videos that he missed. And so Richard, just let me know when you get it, when you watch all those videos, and I'll make sure to enter the contest. Thank you so much for that offer, Richard. That was so nice of you. Let's see. Yeah. So yesterday, I was inspecting records that came in on a buyback, or no, it was a picker that brought some records in. So I left them here on the counter. So there we go. I got my note. I'm going to continue inspecting, folks. Let's see what we have here today. This is Anne Murray. She did some folk music, and then she got a little more poppy, and then I don't know. She kind of got into the. I don't know. Some of her stuff sounds a little country, a little East Coast country, but yet not like Loretta Lynn. Yeah. Richard Adam is asking you to post a link to your channel. Would you do that, please, Richard? Yeah. So what was it? Wednesday night? Were you guys with me Wednesday night for that for the YouTube sale? This one's flat, folks, which is good. Hallelujah. And just wonder if Richard's seen that. Yeah. What's this link, Carson? Oh. Let's take a look at this Don Williams. Let's see, I haven't even got me a pop-up going. My channel, this is my channel. Going. There we go, got that going. Waiting for it to load. Loading. Got the pop-out chat going. I'm changing it from top chat to live chat. I don't know why. Some people said it should be on live chat. I have no idea. Yeah. There you go. So yeah, Don Williams. I don't like it when records come in and they're not in the inner sleeve, and the inner sleeve's present. I don't like that, folks. I like for people to take care of their records. I like for people to return them to the proper place. I do. This record is very white. Very white. It's not very black. So I'm going to put this in the other pile, but I can use some inner sleeves. I'm going to keep the inner sleeve. Yeah. Carson, did you have a contest? A lot of people say that live chat is better, Carson. I have no idea. I even went online and read about it. And then, I saw an opinion. If it was so better, would YouTube just not have that option? Would YouTube just say chat, see chat? And so, I don't know. This is Lobo. Lobo did some folk music, I think, and it's not very clean. And when I mean clean, I don't mean like the condition of the vinyl. I mean like, not the, if it's had a bath, it needs a bath. I mean like clean in the fact that it arrives and it's, can you see that, folks? Evel Knievel could jump this one. Clean in the fact that it's nice and flat and presentable. You've probably seen someone's car. It's like, oh my gosh, that car's clean. Okay. Good morning, Stephen. Cheers. There's a very heavy package heading your way today, sir. So anyway, this is Vern Ghosted. Yeah. So Stephen was saying that he, growing up, I used to get Lobo songs confused with Bread songs. Maybe I should visit Lobo. Excuse me. Maybe so. Gene Watson. Can't tell if he's happy or sad or mad at the photographer. Who knows? It's on the Curb record label, so it's probably some variant of country from the 80s. But it's a dish. So that goes in the dish pile. Yeah. So I had a Sammy Smith record, and for whatever reason, I decided just to check on Wikipedia, see what genre she is. It says she's outlaw country. So I played the Sammy Smith record, and I'm like, well, I can see that. She's not heavy like Waylon was. So yeah, it was interesting. So I hope this one's clean because I like to hear it. I buy my record. Good morning, Chris. Cheers. Buy my record, damn it. Did I miss something? Is that a song? I don't know Gene Watson. I don't know Gene Watson. Drinking My Way Back Home is one of his songs. Tell me about it, Chris. Cheers. Yeah. Oh, yeah, just the look of the album. Yeah. Captain This by Michael. Absolutely. Oh, this is cool. So, Chris, I have a question. It's a question I want to maybe one day just do a video to address. I think it's acceptable, folks, but it needs a bath. It needs a bath. So one of my customers and I were talking about Blue Note Records. He grew up somewhere else. I grew up in this area. And he and I both like jazz. He'll spend a couple. I went black for a second there. The screen went blank. He went. He'll spend a couple $100s on a record just like that, which is great. But we were talking about where did you buy Blue Note Records in the 50s and 60s, maybe even the 70s in North Carolina? So, Chris, did you have a record shop growing up where you lived? Do you recall if they had Blue Note Records? And we're just trying to figure that out. Good record, folks. Doesn't sell, but it's a good record. Common as can be. Makes a nice poster, too. Yeah. This is a Unipack, and I'm not really... You had the record bar? Yeah, we had record bar, too. I remember record bar had soul. But when did I first enter record bar? Maybe 78, 79. I entered the record bar, and I had no idea what I was looking for. It's just like I went to the mall and you be back here in 30 minutes now, and would sneak up to record bar and walk in there and look around. I'm sure the cashier says, "Watch out for that child," or something like that. But anyway, there were the outlets for the concert tickets. Yeah. Tell me about it. So glad when the internet took care of that. But do you remember the record bar? I mean, they had, I'm sure in the 80s they had popular soul and R&B. You can get like Earth, Wind and Fire and stuff like that, but where would you buy the Blue Note Records in North Carolina in the 50s, 60s, and 70s? Roses. Oh, wow. That's right. Yeah, Roses and Kmart and places like that had records. Columbia House, the original iTunes. There you go. Yeah, Columbia House was. There's some wonderful videos on YouTube where I don't know, you send in a dime or a penny or something like that, and you would get you X number of records, and then you had to rebuy the records or buy them at full price, X number of full price, things like that. First place I remember seeing records were flea markets in Wilson. Okay, that's cool. I guess I was very fortunate. We had School Kids, Record Exchange, Record Bar, Record Hole, so many different places. And record bars became Tracks and Turtles and stuff like that. Yeah. And of course, I remember the very first Pink Floyd, The Dark Side of the Moon I purchased was at a yard sale, and it was in the 80s. I probably paid 50 cents for it. I probably do not have that record anymore. Not that particular one. Ray Price is not pretty. It goes in the not pretty pile. I love it when my picker comes in and says, "I got some good stuff today." And I'll say, "Wow, that's awesome." Hey, good morning, Sean. Sean's on the Facebook side of things. Cheers. BMG was also a club. Was BMG more CDs? Folks would have 5 accounts going at the same time and buying none. Oh, I felt so bad for those people. One of the companies who had those was BMG RCA. So there was Columbia, which is, I think, the one that we, maybe the biggest, the most popular. Then there was an RCA record club. And yeah, I feel so much better doing this than I did before I was, this morning before I got on here. Yeah. Jerry Clower, comedy. I think clean comedy too. I bought Kiss Alive at Roses. I was mesmerized by the album and studied it for hours. There you go. I do like that record. I don't have a copy, but I like it. Hey, Jerry's clean. Jerry's flat. No, he's not. One side is, the other side's not. Darn it. It's amazing how it looks good on one side. Yeah, there were more CDs. Yeah. I think by the time I discovered like the CD clubs, I think I was way beyond mainstream. And I would be like, well, they don't have any Cure. They don't have any Depeche Mode. What good are they? I was kind of like in that mood. Psychedelic Furs, Midnight Oil, and stuff like that. They may have had Midnight Oil. Probably I had a better cassette. This is filthy. I mean, this is filthy. This is the Highwaymen. Not to be confused with Waylon and Willie and Johnny Cash and Chris Christopherson. But these are the Highwaymen. Mom, I'm going to be an auto harp star. This is just plain out dirty. Oh gosh. So here's a sad thing. Someone says, I can show you the records I can show you what they look like. It's hard to see anything with a record online, folks, that's for sure. You can't even see the dirt and the mold on here. Yeah, this one needs a bath. Well, is it worth giving it a bath? I mean, it just go in the dollar bin anyway, so there you go, folks. Oh, I was contacted by one of our merchant associations, and they asked me to complete a video and email it to them. Do this, do that, do this, play a record, look at the record, talk about the record, who you are, blah, blah. And I was like, man. And so I read the instructions, and I was thinking, well, this is going to be easy to do. Not hard to do at all. And then I got to thinking, well, what about the music? Do they want me to record the music? Oh boy, the alarm just went off at the apartments next door. And when they test the alarm, it's an all-day occurrence. You hear that alarm all day long. Wow. How about that? I bought my first record at Record Exchange. I loved Record Exchange. That was a cool place, Stephen. Hey, good morning, Stephen Batten. Cheers. Richard Dolan, where did you buy your first record? Richard Dolan, calling Richard Dolan. I picked it up in the early 90s. Oh, the indie. Oh, yeah. And their CDs would be missing the UPC. So if they come in today and I want to put them on eBay, it's just like there's no UPC. You can kind of tell that it says that. Barbra Streisand. It's got the shrink and it's got the record bar sticker. I would love to find one of these codes to see what the prices were. They had to have it printed on the wall or something. Yeah. Chris, did you know that there's a record bar in Wilmington, North Carolina now? I don't know if it's fully official that they're continuing on this is a roller coaster, or if it was someone just says, I'm just going to use the name Record Bar. So I haven't gotten any feedback on that. I'll have to reach out to my buddy in Wilmington. The Furs performed at the Catch Cradle years or so ago. Yeah. I did not go to that, but I heard it was just as good as it was in the 80s. Richard just came in to promote his channel and his contest, and then he left. Hmm. Carson, how can you tell on YouTube that Richard's left? Yep. Yep. Sounds like the Dickie. Sounds like the Dickie. Yep. 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 Sounds like the Dickie. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know the story with that. If I'd known the record bar was available, I would have loved to use that and carried on. But calling Dickie Dolan. You look at participants. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for sharing that. Are you on a Windows machine? There's lots of things Windows machines offer that the Mac doesn't. The Apple. Yeah, but I do miss Record Bar. I would go to the one at the Cameron Village and also the one at the it was Cameron Village, and then it was the one at Crabtree Valley Mall. Yeah. Yeah, that's where I would go. There you go. See those three dots? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna click on Adam and see. Yeah, I don't see that, Carson. I see report, remove, put user in timeout, hide user on this channel, remove moderator. Yeah, there you go. I've been on that. Absolutely, absolutely. I have, absolutely. It's a cool directory. It's hard to post everywhere though, Chris. Willin and Dylan Dolan. Willin and Dylan Dickey. I didn't say it. Wasn't me. Yeah. This is the Osborne brothers. They do some bluegrass. They do the bluegrass. Yeah. Originally released on Decca. Now it's on the MCA. Of course, MCA on Decca. Let's see. Yeah. Oh my gosh. This looks like it was dipped in something. Let's see if it's flat. Nope, it's a bowl. It's a dish. It's a bowl. For me, it's at the top of the live chat section. Okay, I'll go there and check. Hey, GL, how are you? Good morning, sir. That's awesome. I love early Elvis Costello. I really do. And Presley. I really do. Yeah. I'm going to go over here to the live chat thing. Oh. Never knew that. So I see it now. Carson. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. So I'm just curious, are your Elvis Costellos, where were they pressed? Which country were they pressed? For some reason we're talking about Record Bar a lot. So this record came in and it's got a Record Bar price sticker on it. And I'm gonna take the hair dryer and see if I can get this off and save it. I don't remember seeing a Record Bar price sticker like that. There's a Facebook called Cult of Record Bar. And there's probably 2 or 3 customers. This is okay. There's probably 2 or 3 customers that come in here. No, it's not. It's got a big mark on it. There's probably 2 or 3 customers that come in here that used to work at Record Bar. And so I try to learn as much as I can from him. Yeah, very cool. This is 1966 Country and Western Award winners. Yeah. And folks, this has a, right here in the corner, I'll show it to you on the back. It's got two little marks there. That's where there was a time that record stores would use a staple, and they would staple the price sticker onto the jacket. And sometimes I get them where the price sticker still affixed, and sometimes I get them where the staple's still there. And sometimes I try to take it off, but it's got this crazy shrink that has a war. I'm going to see if I can put a piece of paper back here to show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so that's actually on the shrink. And I don't know the story with that, folks, but it's got a line. And then over here it says, this is Hi-Fi record. This is a Hi-Fi record. This record will give excellent sound on both Hi-Fi and stereo phonographs. So that's actually printed on there. And it even says our price is printed on there. So yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. John Clemmer, he is, oh, cool. Just one second. The first year's model is UK and the others from US. You know, that's interesting how USA records make it to Brazil and UK records make it to Brazil. That's awesome. Listen to John Clemmer. Good stuff. Good stuff there, Stephen. Yeah, good stuff. I got some records the other day and the checkout lady tore off the price stickers and it took some of the cover with it. Tarker, Carson, was it on the front or on the back of the jacket? You know, Spin Me Around Records, they put the stickers on the front in the left corner, and they made a video one day. Why do we put the stickers on here? And I'm like, if you put them on the back, folks, there's less of a chance. And of course, if I had lots of time, I would print out a label with the UPC on it, and I would put this in a bag and put it on the front and do that. And then she says, but some records we don't because they're so valuable. I'm like, if you ever follow the channel Vinyl, Value Vinyl, all record lives matter is what he says. He's a funny cat. So yeah, it was on the front. I think I would have said, hey lady, cab driver, I think I would have said something about that. I want a discount now. It's not in the same condition. You know, if you ever get a record that has a price sticker on it, just remove the vinyl, get a hair dryer and loosen it up and get it off there. I've heard people talk about lighter fluid, like for your Zippo lighter. I'm afraid of that. I'm so sensitive to so many different smells. It's a wonder I can even be in here. But yeah. And then also I just noticed it says Hi-Fi right there. So that's actually printed on the jacket. And United States Record Corporation. They have a little yeah, so I think that's where they put the sticker. I should try to research it. However, if this record is beautiful, there's some moisture had gotten in there, and there's a little bit of dried mold in there. And I really should remove this shrink and wipe down the jacket, but I don't know. So I feel bad for you there, Carson. We want $300 for this record. And then we're going to remove you pay $300, and they're going to remove the sticker, and then it's got a big spot on it. And this is not flat, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, folks. I like these old Decca company sleeves. They're really neat. Anyway, Carson, us record people are some picky people, aren't we? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Here's Norma Jean. Oh, look, it's got a hype sticker that says stereo. It also says stereo right here. So this must have been during the time that they were like, we got to push those stereo records. We want people to know that it's stereo, but the shrink is falling apart, folks. So, but I've never seen a stereo hype sticker. That's so interesting. Seen a lot of things. Hey, Stephen, where will you be today? Where will you be? Will you be at your location? Will you be here? If you're at your location, I'll do some FaceTime shopping with you. I need records. Oh, I need records. Sourcing is a problem now, folks. I'm expecting a record. I'm expecting a package in tomorrow that I've purchased online from another person. And Sunday, I'm going to open up that package if it comes tomorrow, and do that. Or I might just do a separate video. All right, Norma Jean is flat. And then, of course, Norma Jean is nice and shiny on the RCA Victor label with the correct company sleeve. At the record. All right, help me here. Stephen can help me. At the record company party, on their hands a Death Star. I need to listen to that. I haven't listened to a while. Anyway, Norma Jean, wholesome looking lady. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take the shrink off, folks. So I'll end up keeping this stereo hype sticker. And over here, I got a little bucket. It's a clear bucket. I think it used to be like fireballs came in it. And I put hype stickers in there, folks. I do. I don't take every hype sticker off the record, but if I end up with a damaged shrink, and then if there's some records that's going in the dollar bin or the free bin, I'll rescue the hype sticker. What is this, folks? Oh, wax. I got to show you that there's wax on this record jacket, and look at the song above it, The Stripper. That is so awesome. Alley Cat, Green Onions, Bill Justice plays 12 big instrumental hits. I've had this record for years, folks. It's a good record. Oh, it's a good record. I think it's mostly saxophone based, if I remember. This record has mold on it. It's got mold and wax. Moldy wax. So there you go. I've seen all sorts of things on records, folks. What I really don't like to see on records is actual paint. We're going to paint the living room, but don't put your records away. I don't understand that. Yeah. So Carson, what happened? The lady tore the price sticker off. It took part of the cover with it. What did you do? What happened then? Did the lady says, oh, I'm so sorry. I made a mistake. There's my buddy Sally. Good morning, Sally. Cheers. Green Onions is great. Absolutely. Green Onions is great. I love me some Booker T and the MGs, and I love me some Bill Justice, and of course, Bill Black's combo. I used to have a section here that was that I just had instrumental rock combo in. Yeah. Cheers to you. Oh, I miss hanging out with Sally. Just get us close to the world we used to know, folks. Just very close, and I'll be okay. Linda's a bowl. Poor Linda. Linda Ronstadt, there she is. And I tell you, folks, did she just not sport the cool socks? Her legs look like that part is 3 feet long. I love them too. Also, Sally's on the Facebook side of things. Thank you, Sally, for stopping in. Linda Ronstadt, Greatest Hits Volume 2. Wonderful records. Wonderful records. Green Onions from Booker T and the MGs? Absolutely. But I showed the Bill Justice record and it had Green Onions also. Yeah, absolutely. Wax on wax. I like that, Carson. I like that a lot. Yeah. Sally, we were talking about this a little earlier. You may have heard it, but do you remember where you first bought your first record? Like you went out to a record store, or maybe it was a department store, but whether you paid for it or your parents paid for it. Do you remember where you got your first record? We were talking about I was talking about where people would buy Blue Note records in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Not that you would have been buying records in the 50s or 60s, or maybe the 60s if your parents took you out. But anyway, yeah. Crystal Gale, folks. This looks like it would be the best hippie record in the world. I would love to meet someone who loves Crystal Gale. They have a lot of their records. And hear a little bit about what they enjoy with Crystal Gale and things like that. A little record store, Rocky Mount, I bought a 45. I don't remember the name of the shop. My parents bought it for me. It may have been Buddy Holly. Wow, that's awesome. A little record store. Adam, North Carolina, does that ring a bell? Yeah. Does that ring a bell in Rocky Mount, little record store? Maybe that's not there anymore. Crystal Gale. If I understand correctly, her sister is Loretta Lynn, which I have good memories of seeing Loretta Lynn live. Yeah. It was at the Dorton Arena at the North Carolina State Fairgrounds. It was during the fair, so I probably heard it twice. I probably heard Loretta sing it twice, maybe 3 times. Yeah. So this Crystal record is going to be okay. She needs a bath. Yeah. I would love to have a North Carolina rock and roll, a North Carolina music store, a North Carolina record store museum. That would be so cool. Me and maybe 5 other people would dig it. What I really think North Carolina needs is a Tammy Faye Baker museum. Not a PTL museum, but a Tammy Faye Baker. Yeah. Here's another Crystal Gale. This has Shrink on it. Look at the hair, folks. And I think I've seen photographs where it was longer. That would be such a mess. It might ring a bell for sure. For sure. Did I miss your? Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. Carson, I am going to look at your video, though. Crystal, don't it make you? Doesn't it? I can't remember. Yeah. Steven just sent me a text. That's cool, Steven. Will you be at your place today? Can I do some virtual shopping with you today, sir? Steven is also Steven also sells records. Yeah. Yeah. This one's not pretty. Do you want to know how to change batteries in a Swifter wet jet? Of course I do. It's been on my list. Yeah, I'll show you right here. See my list? It's on there. It's been on my list for years. I want to learn how to do that. I bought my first record at a discount store near my house in Iowa. Pretty sure they didn't have any Blue Note records on there. I bought a lot of 45s there in my first album. The album was CC Aura. Very cool. Wow. That's cool. Discount store. Would that be like a store that would have lots of things? So I've seen stickers on records from Hudson Belt and Belk, which we had in this area, and I think there still may be some, but it was at the mall. There was one downtown. It was a place you would go to, you buy clothes. They would also have housewares, and they would have linens, and it wasn't that it was more expensive than Kmart. They just had different stuff, and they had shoes, and that's probably where I bought my first Swatch. It wasn't this one, folks. I don't have my first one. I don't know what happened to it. But I never saw records there. I'm sure they probably had them. They may have had some. They may have had some books. I'm not sure. But in the shoe department, they had Versailles chairs, and I'm like, those chairs are the coolest looking chairs. But you couldn't try a pair of shoes on if you needed to, or put on a pair of shoes if you were sitting in one of those chairs. Yeah. I bought records at Belk Tyler in Rocky Mount. I bought my first Beatle albums there. Oh, wow. Yeah, so we had Hudson Belt, Belk Tyler, Belks, Tyler. There's so many variations of that name, and I remember seeing one in New Bern. And Chris, wasn't there one downtown? There was one downtown in Smithville. I remember going there one day, and a guy was running out the store with a leather coat, and it had a big round hoop with a chain. So one end it had a round hoop, and it went through the sleeve, and then it came through the sleeve on the inside with a chain and another round hoop. And then they would have these little security things that looked like the size of a candy bar or something. And they would click it on the clothing and put a hole in the clothing, folks. But that guy had that jacket, and he was running out the door, and it was going ding, ding, beep, beep, blah, 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 whatever the security was. And there were customers, not customers, but there was an employee saying, "Come back here." And I'm like, I don't think he's coming back, lady. Oh, it was like a Kmart. It was called, I've seen that name before. They closed the store when they started to be open on Sundays. Not Sundays. This would have been in the late 60s, early 70s. Oh, my stars. Yeah. Richard, tell us about some music you've been playing. Tell us about the last record you played, sir. Did Belk later? Okay, I always think of Wilson, and I always think of Rocky Mount. I've been to both. In my mind, it's like one big community. But which mall got flooded? Was it the one that had Belk Tyler in it? Yeah. I love the one downtown Raleigh. They were wonderful. They had a wonderful cafeteria upstairs. It was called the Capitol Room, I think. It was very fancy, white with white tablecloths. Probably the only place see downtown beside the Mecca. And my mom would say, so there was K&W, which was a cafeteria, and then we still have K&Ws, I think. And then there was the Capitol Room. Is that what it was called, Sally? Anyway, you would take the elevator or the escalator or the stairs, and you go up to the very top. And it was awesome. But Mom would go, "We're going there. They have free bread." So I remember that. Yeah, that was good. But they also had a lot of good stuff. I've been to the Mecca before, but it was many years later. Excuse me. Oh, here we go. The Ventures, Walk Don't Run, Volume 2. I love this cover, folks. I love this record. We figured you left this, Richard. You just came in and promote your channel, and you laugh, and we would love to have you add to the conversation here and things like that. But that's okay, Richard. Terrytown and Rocky Mount. Yeah, was that the one that was flooded, Sally? I haven't watched on my turntables. I haven't watched on my turntables. I haven't watched on my turntables entry yet. Oh, that'd be cool. Excuse me. Throat's dry. You know, the last contest I did was the last 7 records you played, Carson. That was fun. I had a blast doing that. The last contest I entered was Rachel's contest on Gender Bender. And there you go. Here I am. Working hard. But I did tell Richard that I would enter his contest after he watched all my videos. And so I'm looking forward to that. Richard, just let me know when you do that. And I have an incredible entry that I'm working on my mind. Yeah. Folks, this is good. It's the Ventures on Stage. It's a good record, but Ventures Japan 65, that's the record to have. Yeah. It makes it, yeah, it sounds so different. Yeah. Look at those people there, folks. They said that there was a time that the Ventures were way more popular than the Beatles in Japan. So, yeah, don't you mess with the Ventures if you go to Japan. They love them. All right, this one's flat. It could use a bath, but it's okay. They didn't know how to spell Dickie Dolan? I am so sorry to hear that, Richard. I am so sorry to hear that. Well, you should disqualify them from the contest. Absolutely. But anyway, Richard, would you like to share with us any records you've been playing? Coffee and Vinyl this morning? Just a suggestion. On my turntables, a channel then. Okay, great. Thank you. I figured it out now. Yeah. Okay, this one's acceptable, folks. This is a Highwayman. Featuring the hit song, Michael. I wonder if that would be Michael, Row Your Boat Ashore. Hallelujah. This is an old slave song. I'm so sorry I brought that up, folks. I don't know if it's the same song or not. Sorry. Wow. Okay, I'm not going to say anything else. Chris is with us. Says the Ventures in Japan, like Hasselhoff in Germany. Yeah. Darn it, Richard. What are we going to do with that guy? Disqualify him. That's all I can say. Oh, this one needs a bath. You're just going to have to start a new channel with that correct spelling and post the entry there. Cover all bases. That's what Coca-Cola does. They have Coca-Cola.com. They have Coca-Cola.com. They have Coca-Cola Incorporated.com. They have Coke.com. They have Cola.com. They just got it all covered, Richard. That's what you're going to have to do. You have to get DickieDolan.com, RichardDolan.com. You have to change the spelling of your last name and get Dickie Dolan with an A and Richard Dolan with an A. You'll spend the next 2 weeks getting everything up to date. You have to get a different Instagram with both names, Facebook, everything, Richard. You got to cover all your bases. You want people to find you. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. This is a really good record, folks. The Carpenters, Close to You. Yeah. Let's see what condition this one's. No inner sleeve. Ugh. Okay. It's acceptable, but it's got Mo LD on it. It's dry, folks. I wouldn't be messing with it if it was wet. I should be wearing my beautiful face mask. You know, I love my beautiful face mask, folks. I got several of them. I wear them during the day. I have to switch them out because they get damp, and then I wash them and cool things like that. You must change your identity, Richard. Run to the mountains. That's right. You can drink all day long there. Absolutely. So the elastic is wearing, though it's stretching. It should stretch, but it's stretching even more. So I got to get my butt in gear and get me some elastic and do some replacing. I did see, Sally, you may familiarize yourself with this, but someone has taken the Max. You know, most masks, they have a little thingy right here with the elastic. It goes over the ears. And when your elastic starts stretching, you can twist it and then go over the ear again. And it keeps it closer to the mouth. But I saw where someone took some, is it paracord? And then they took one of those little, it may be called a clasp, I'm not sure, but you know, the paracord goes through it, then it's got a little squeezy thing. So you can squeeze it and release it. And sometimes you have them on jackets, sometimes hoodies. But anyway, they took the cord and they thread it to the back and then down and then to the back again. And you can tighten it up. You can pull on it and then pull that little squeezy thing, and it goes right there and it holds it. So it can either be on top of the head or the back of the head. Anyway, it was kind of cool. I like that. That way you don't necessarily have it on your ear. And I was like, that's cool. What's the chances of finding that stuff now, folks? Let's see. You must change your identity. Richard says, okay, I thought you were going to share with us, Richard, about some music you've been playing, but that's okay, sir. Yeah. You can get those squeezy things at trail shops. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. Well, maybe over at the Greater Outdoor Provision. But, you know, I'd rather order it online, Sally, right now. Here I am. Just so I don't have to get out and about. Folks, this is Vicki Carr. It's got a sticker on it. Price sticker, that is. She must have been really, really good. I mean, I see her a lot of records a lot. She's on Liberty Records, the same label that released the. Yeah. I was looking forward to your survival videos in the mountains without internet. Has to use a satellite phone. It can only upload one time a day. Only can download one time a day. Download in the morning, upload in the morning, and then the following day, download and upload. So it'll take a while for your emails to get to somebody. It'll take a while for them to reply. Absolutely. Vicki Carr. I can't listen to everything here, folks. I just can't. But I'm guilty of not ever listening to Vicki Carr. Yeah. She probably has a wonderful voice. Maybe I can make a video and she'll become popular. And then everybody in the world will be looking for Vicki Carr records. I can say, this is why they're so important. Yeah. Okay. Oh, come on, Richard. Tease us. Tell us something you've been playing. Tease us. It is called In Vinyl. Help us. Contribute, please, sir. Vicki Carr was on TV variety shows. Oh, Vicky and Dickie. I didn't say it. Only read it. And cheers, everybody. Oh my gosh, it's almost an hour, and I still got a stack this big. Daytime friends and nighttime lovers. I wonder if Tom Hunyadi has this. He doesn't. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go live tonight, folks. I'm gonna do a record sale. I got to do a record sale and offer some stuff. You said it. I read it. I didn't say it. I love Delphonics, Stephen. No, I did not ask you, but thank you for contributing. And you usually do, and I appreciate that. Well, I don't mind you posting your YouTube channel, Stephen. That would be really cool. I love the Delphonics, Stylistics. Lots of groups like that I dig. I love their voices. I like the way their voices were recorded. Yeah. Kenny looks just like Tom. I can see that. Absolutely. Yeah. I can see that. Yeah. Stephen loves the CD, and Stephen does have some vinyl. I see it on the walls behind him when he's playing or doing a video. So yeah, he's got some cool stuff on the walls. And yeah, so Stephen, if you were ever a guest of Coffee and Vinyl, you have some vinyl to show. Yeah, absolutely. Kenny's not flat. Goodbye, Kenny. The Whispers, absolutely. Yeah, the Whispers. Yeah. Just less. Tommy. Yeah. Roy Clark and Buck Trent. Yeah. I listened to the very best of Dolly last night. It's great. I really enjoyed the song she did with Honky Tonk Angels and the trio. Yeah. Was this the new record you got, Donald? I think it might be. I'm curious as to how the quality in the mastering and the sound is. Ooh. Roy's chunky. Yeah. Roy's pretty white. The vinyl's pretty white. Oh, you probably can see it, folks. It's not flat. They're doing hair upstairs early. Should I get my hair done? Nah, I like it like it is. Yeah, there we go. Let's see if I can do some quick thumb throughs and see if there's anything interesting in here that I can show. Nine to 5, absolutely. I work during the weekdays, but perhaps on a weekend. Usually up early no matter what day of the week it is. For you to be up early and me to be early is completely different. Good morning, Carol. Cheers. Yes, the sound quality is great. Very quiet pressing. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah. Trio's great vocalist. Absolutely. Everybody's working for the weekend, doing 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Make sure I got this in here. Sally's on the Facebook side of things. There you go. Let's see. Go get your tires, folks. Get a free record from the Fire Song. Does anybody have a parent that got one of these records? I would love to hear the story of that. Fluff, Percy Faye won't sell. I'll Hurt won't sell. Sometimes Glenn Campbell sells. I'm not going to show you these tomorrow, folks. I'm just going to show you some stuff I'm going to be inspecting. 9 to noon. Working 9 to noon. Richard, we're still waiting for a contribution, sir. We really are. Good music just doesn't sell Fronte and Taishir. Let's see. This might have a chance. The Many Moods of Tony. This is Tony Bennett. If you look really close, there's Lady Gaga's parents. Yeah, I have a hard time keeping Jim Croce in. Excuse me, hopefully that'll be neat. I love listening to orchestra music like this. Hugo Winterhalter, but Hugo. Anyway, stuff like that. We need Elliot here. Elliot, tell us about Jack Skinner. Most likely, Jack Skinner. You can write to him in L.A. Tell me why not? Why not? Sonny James, Johnny Mathis. There's only just a few records of his that sell. This has Shrink on it, folks. It's got a hype sticker on it too. 2 record set, special low price. You can tell that Columbia font. Absolutely. His Christmas records are really cool. Classical strings are the best. Oh, until someone comes in. Working along until someone comes in. Classical strings are. I know that, Richard. Just good content. Shows you're part of the team. If you share things with us about that, rather than just come in just to promote yourself. This is Great Motion Picture Themes. United Artists. It's mono. It shows the people who did them. I think these are all covers, if I'm not mistaken. Take Me Home, Country Roads, RCA, John Denver. There's his puppy. Hello, puppy. Ben. Oh, how many of these can I have? I've never seen the movie. I found it on DVD, so I did pull it to the side to watch it. Yeah, absolutely. Team Richard. Come on, Richard, be part of the team. Yeah. Team Dickie, actually. I didn't say it, Richard. I just read it. Team Dickie, actual. I didn't say Dickie Dolan. I just heard it and repeated it. Yeah. Seems like you get a lot. You get that down. That John Denver record is a really popular one. And if it's clean and flat, Carson, it'll sell. People like to kick back and go to West Virginia. Take Me Home, Country Roads. And they'll take that journey with John and they'll escape reality for an hour or so. Absolutely. People love that. We're talking about yacht rock. I need to make a second music to get high by. Would that be popular? I thought about making a section Netflix and chill, but I just couldn't. What if I had a teenager come out with their parents? And what if the parent says, what does it mean? And I'm like, I'm always listening to a bunch of different music. You're kidding us, Richard. Really? I thought, okay. Well, now's a good time to share with us, Richard. What was the last record or CD you played? Cheers, everybody. Yeah. Let's see, what time is it? It's almost 10 o'clock. I think I got someone coming over to help me at 11. And, yeah. Day Friday. Yes, of course you can. Yeah. Anyway, I'm expecting a shipment in today. Some of the stuff is some things that people have ordered, and some are like, yeah. And folks, I've been trying to get that. So the Neil Young record, Homegrown, was issued. Then they vanished, and then some more came in, and so I think I'm getting 4 more copies. But I was just waiting to build an order before I shipped it. And so I was like, well, just tack on those Grateful Dead reissues. And they're like, well, we're waiting for them to arrive. And it's going to be next week before I get on Neil Young and the Dead. Hopefully I'll get the Dead. I love Nick Kershaw. I think I got introduced to Nick Kershaw during Pretty in Pink, that movie, and the soundtrack. I do enjoy Nick. Absolutely. I'm sure I have some Nick in my listening library. Absolutely. Good stuff. And every time I watch Pretty in Pink, it just takes me to a place. I love Milt Jackson, Richard. Milt Jackson is so good. I ordered a Milt Jackson record this week, Milt Jackson and Miles Davis, so I'm expecting that to arrive today. Boy, the sun's getting brighter. Hurting my eye. Um, I've misplaced my sunglasses. Still haven't found them. I had to go grab a reserve. Oh, you've been listening to Michael Jackson also. Very cool. Yeah. Whether it's Milt or whether it's Michael, those Jacksons did some good music there. And don't forget Freddie and Jermaine and Janet and LaToya and the brothers and the Five. Yeah, absolutely. Lots of good Jackson out there. I don't have it, Carson. I just have it in my mind. If I end up buying an extra of The Dark Side of the Moon, oh well, I have 20 copies. I don't, Carson. You're welcome to come down and start cataloging my personal listen library. However, probably next month I have to start putting records from my personal listen library to sell. Yeah. Oh my gosh, are we talking about Joe Jackson? Absolutely. We're talking about Joe Jackson right there. Oh, I love that record. I love some Joe Jackson. Yeah. That is so true, Joe Jackson. 200 copies probably. No, I don't have that many. I just have a few copies of The Dark Side, and the one that's pressed in Japan, the one that's pressed in Holland, the one that has a special triangle, the one that's pressed in America. I have a couple of Wallies. I have one in shrink. It's been open, but it's in shrink. Well, I got that from you, Carol. I got it from Land of the Lobsters. Yeah. Hey, Sally, have fun. See you soon. Thank you so much for being here. And Sally, I'm right behind you. I got to run too. I got to get some stuff done here. I got to pack some stuff. My the guy's going to help me. He's coming around 11, and that is if he haven't got a reply that he's going to be here. If he comes, that's great. If not, there's always next time. Emails, please. If he shows up, he shows up. Night and Day by Joe Jackson, one of my favorite records. Gosh, it's just amazing. Richard, have you discovered Joe Jackson? You have a wonderful day too. Bye, Carol. Richard, have you discovered Joe Jackson? Richard, we're talking about that record right there, Joe Jackson. We're talking about the record called Night and Day. See right here, Richard? That's what we're talking about. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about Joe Jackson, the guy who helped Michael Jackson and his brothers get a record deal, meet the right people, perform, gave them lots of discipline, made them go to bed at a certain hour, made them get up at a certain hour. That Joe Jackson? Yeah, that's what we're not talking about him. We're talking about the music, the guy, the legend, the incredible, talented Joe Jackson. Night and Day, wonderful stuff. Is your camera working, Richard? Joe Jackson is great, amazing. Yeah. Richard, have you discovered Joe Jackson? I know she's going out with him. Carol's going out with somebody? Is she going out with him? One song or one album? Talk to me. It's really interesting, folks, how somebody can judge an entire body of work from an artist or from a band on one song. Whether it's a song they heard on the radio or they heard at a party, or you search them on the YouTube and one song pops up, the first song that pops up, and yeah. So I got to make a note. Folks. Judging one song, entire body of work. Have all these little notes around, folks, little sticky notes, and then I sometimes sit them down and rewrite them into a little journal, a little book, just so I can reflect on those later. Yeah. What do you think of people when people wear shirts of a band they don't like or don't listen to or know who they are? Posers? Is that the right word? Hipsters? Um, Scenesters? There's lots of words that come to mind, Carson, but okay, Bob Ross is not music, but Bob Ross t-shirts are real popular now. And yeah, I don't think people have any idea who the real Bob Ross is, but they wear the shirt. They see the hair. The hair is cool. They might hear a quote, "Happy Clouds" or something like that. Yeah, but Bob Ross definitely helped more people become a painter, and he helped. Yeah, some people would say what he helped with, kind of. Yeah. So anyway, but hey Carson, I've seen people wear Lionel Richie records, t-shirts, and they probably have no idea who Lionel Richie is or any of the music. But yeah. So yeah. Well, Richard, that's what I was asking. Have you discovered Joe Jackson? Yeah, just like we were asking the other day if you discovered OMD, Orchestra Maneuvers in the Dark. And yeah, because when I discover somebody and I listen to their music and I want other people to have the opportunity to either check it out and they may or may not like it, but there you go. Watching Bob Ross always puts you in a good mood. Absolutely. He's got this soothing voice. And I watched a documentary about him. I'm going to quit watching documentaries, folks. I just want to know the art rather than the artist sometimes. Yeah. Anyway, with that said, I think I'm going to take off, folks. I do appreciate everybody stopping by and hanging out with me. Hope you had some wonderful coffee and cool things like that. Tomorrow is another day, and we got to make it through the day first. And so I hope everybody has a fabulous day. Who do you prefer? Good question. Let's see. Bob Ross did some good stuff. Who do you prefer? Joe Jackson, Elvis Costello, or Graham Parker? Well, I like all three. As far as Elvis Costello, it's early. But if I had to choose an order, Joe would be first. Elvis would be second. Only the early stuff. Only the early stuff when he was a little more gritty. I like that stuff a little better. Graham Parker, he's just good. But I would say Joe Jackson, Elvis, and Graham Parker. I enjoy listening to Graham Parker, but I don't have song memories etched in my mind. I can't. Yeah. So anyway, somebody's knocking at the door. I'm going to take off, folks. See you soon.